Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going on a road trip with the Model Y rear-wheel drive short range 2023. It's the first time I'm bringing this to Toronto, so Montreal to Toronto as a family. So we'll see what we can do, how much range we can get, how many stops we have to make. And it's not cold today. I think it's 4 degrees Celsius outside. So I did plan the trip with the Tesla navigation. So let me show you guys. So it shows me 2 stops, one from Montreal to IONIQ. I hope I'm saying that right. I usually stop at Kingston with a gas car, but you know, with the electric cars, I'm not sure, especially with the short range. So we're stopping, Tesla's telling me at IONIQ. Then the next one I think is at Port Hope. Let me just double check. Yeah, so it is at Port Hope here. So 2 stops here. I believe the IONIQ, we're going to spend a little more time since we're going to get there around lunchtime, especially with the baby. We're going to spend most probably half an hour, 40 minutes to have lunch there. And once we're done with that, we're going to stop at Port Hope. And finally, we're going to Toronto. Well, we're actually going to Brampton. We're going over, for the weekend at family, to visit family. So yeah, we'll see how this works. So 2 stops shouldn't be that bad, and I'll document everything just to see how many minutes we're staying, what's the percentage, what's the efficiency of this route, and hopefully we make it on time. Usually I do Montreal Toronto within 6 hours, but now we'll see. I even made it sometimes at 5.5 hours, so might be take a little longer, probably 6.5, maybe 7. But that's why I wouldn't even try to take the BZ4X, and we decided to take the Model Y because we have preconditioning and I'll charge pretty much close to 150 kilowatt, at least I'm hoping. And if we took the BZ4X, I'm pretty sure it would have been a 9-10 hour trip. So yep. All right guys, we're gonna hit the road. We're gonna grab some coffee first for the road, and then after let's head for the first supercharger. So we made it to the Tesla supercharger. We still have 21%. That was pretty accurate because it was saying I was going to come here at 20%. So we're at the supercharger. So I dropped my family here, well, my wife and my kid, at McDonald's, and I was just a block away, so just came here and just gonna check the trip here. Let's see here, trips. So I want to be the car and drive because I had to get out. So it would be since the last charge, 250 kilometers. And yeah, that's not bad actually for road trips. So 17.8 kilowatt per kilometer. Okay, that's not bad at all. So it has been preconditioning since Cornwall, so that's quite a lot. So it started even like an hour and a half, 2 hours before. So it was continuously preconditioning, it was stopping, and it was coming back. So now let's see, we'll plug it to a supercharger and let's see how many speeds we're getting and how much charge we need. So just plugged it in, and wow, okay, we're getting 145, 158, 171. Okay, that's a lot, guys. 173. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it a limit 100%. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and I'll grab some food, and I'm gonna let it charge as much as possible so we can travel the most kilometers and probably not stop at Port Hope, maybe in Mississauga instead for a few minutes, and then head to Brampton. So yeah, let's see. So it is 11:05. It started charging. It was at 21%. Now it's already at 24. So let's see when I come back how much I'll be charged at. So back into the car. I'm just gonna show you guys how well it charged. So we're at 11:44, and we're at 98%, and went down to 23 kilowatt. So I was watching on my phone how fast it was charging. At 11:15, 11:17, I think, was already at 80%. So from 20 to 80%, and I left the car at, I think, 11:05. And at 11:15, I think 11:17 or max 20 for sure. It was already at 80%. So in 15 minutes, it was at 80%. So I barely had time to even sit down at McDonald's and get my food. And now I let it charge as much as possible. And we're actually still not done there. So I'm going to go back and pick up my family. But it's at almost 100%, guys. It's at 99%. So this is amazing. This is really amazing. And this is why Tesla is so far, ahead compared to the competition. Obviously, there's the IONIQ 5, IONIQ 6, everything, with the 800 volt architecture. It charges pretty fast. And no offense to those, those cars are pretty amazing. I'm comparing to every other car that, trying to, like my BZ4X. I own a BZ4X, and I would never get these chargers. I would pretty much get 18 kilowatt, I'm pretty sure, for the whole time. So, yeah. So that's it. So I'm going to be leaving here. And let's actually plan the next place where I will need to charge. So let's try to get to that. So this one seems to be not bad. So from where I am, IONIQ, and again, guys, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, to Scarborough here, I will be at 18%, which is good enough, I guess, to charge there. So I can go to, I can reach my final destination. I can charge it till maybe 80% and reach my final destination, which is not too far, Scarborough from Brampton. So at least I'll come at their place, not with 10%, but a little more. And I can top it off at their place with the level 1 charger, since they have no other charger there. Or maybe go to another supercharger tomorrow, but at least this will be pretty feasible. So 18% to Scarborough. We'll charge there, and then after we'll head back to Brampton. All right, I'm gonna unplug this. Well, it's still at 99%. It says calibrating, so probably it's almost done. And when it's at 100%, I'll unplug and I'll head back out on the highway. Okay, so we came to the other charger in Scarborough, and then we're charging at 111 and it's climbing. We have other cars, a lot of Teslas, so the chargers are being used a lot, and it's climbing. We're at 24%. So yeah, we're gonna charge just a few minutes here just to get to the final destination, and we should be good. Yeah, so speeds are climbing up, and the preconditioning actually worked. All right, let's keep charging it a little bit, and then after we'll be going. So it's been 20 minutes. I think we came at 244. Now it's 306, and we came in at 20 something percent, and we're at 76%, guys. This is incredible. So it's way enough to go to my final destination, and this is it, guys. 2 charges, and what, less than 40 minutes in both chargers. Like I said, for the lunch it just worked out, but also less than 40 minutes in each in total charges, and then we're in Toronto. And I'll show you guys the cost as well. I believe the cost will be roughly $35 or $40, but yeah, that's about it. All right, so we made it. Pretty nice road trip. Really didn't add much time since we charged during lunchtime. So 2 charges, and even the second charge, we went inside, got some coffee, and then I think instead of spending 5 minutes charging, we spent 20 minutes charging, and we got here with 62%. So Montreal to Brampton, 2 charges, one for 40 minutes because we ended up eating, so we charged 100%. We didn't have to, but we ended up doing it. And the second one was, we're supposed to charge for 5 minutes to get here with 10%, but we ended up charging 20 minutes, and we got here with 62%. So maximum, like not even an hour charge, you could do Montreal to Brampton in 40 minutes charge. That's doable. And I also checked the how much it charged us for the whole thing at superchargers. So the first one was $30 and the second one was $15. So it was $45. Still cheaper than gas, I believe. I would have usually tanked for $60, so not a lot of savings, but still there. So yeah, overall it was a good experience. Thank God for battery preconditioning, or else I would have been stuck in those charges with a toddler. So yeah, here it is. So parked at the house. So we're not charging it because they don't have a level 2 charger. I don't want to plug it on 110, and also space restrictions here, so I'm just gonna leave it here. And then with 62%, I'm most probably gonna charge on my way back to Montreal, which is gonna be in 2 days. All right, guys, that's it, folks. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, so I'm continuing this video actually, filming my way back to Montreal from Toronto. So we left Toronto with, I think, 80% charge, so it wasn't 100% because we couldn't. Circumstances didn't allow us to charge at 100%. So now we stopped at one of the superchargers here at Trenton. It's near the Canadian Forces Base. A lot of stuff around actually here. We have a Wendy's, Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King right in front of it. So yeah. It's slightly colder today. It's raining a lot, so driving wasn't that great, but at least we're charging. Let me just show you. So we've been charging for not too long. We came here at 22%. I was charging at 160, now 138. 5 minutes remaining only. And then we have one more stop at back to IONIQ, which is where we charged last time. So yeah. Now we're at Trenton here, and then we will be charging a few minutes, and then afterwards we'll be heading home. And I also have my Android Auto here, which is useful for Waze, for traffic and whatnot. So yeah, using both screens, but mainly the Tesla screen here for the charging, and then afterwards we have the Android Auto and Waze here. All right, back to the car. As you can see, my glasses are all wet. The car is done charging at 64%. That was pretty fast. It's 3:46. Next stop, it does say at Kingston. I'll most probably not stop at Kingston, and I'll most probably go to IONIQ. Sorry guys, like the last time, and then after go home. So let's see if we can make it. I most probably think we could. Because Kingston says I'll reach it there with 35%, so it'll be plenty enough to make it to IONIQ. All right, let's get going. So we made it to the other supercharger with 11% left. It's at IONIQ. Not that busy. There's other, I think, 4 other Teslas. Let me show you the speeds. 174. That's pretty fast. Okay, so that's good. So 30 minutes for charging until I'm good to go home. Let me just put this at 100% just in case. And yeah, so far so good. Preheating worked pretty well. As you could see, the battery is charging pretty good. 7 degrees Celsius outside. Yeah, we're getting pretty much really high speeds. Very happy with this. All right, so I'm just gonna grab something to eat. It's 5 o'clock. Supper time for the little, so my daughter. So we're just gonna eat a little bit. Probably stay here half an hour, 40 minutes, and then after head back out to our final destination, which is home. All right, so I'll document once I get home. Just to see how much percentage I come home with. So I'm back into the car. Still 1 minute left for the charge to be done to continue my trip. So it says I need probably 90%, I guess, to go home, and I should be getting home with 5%. That's cutting it a little close, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna calculate again. Oh yeah, it's done and it's calculating. So hopefully it's going to be a little more. It says 240 kilometers, usually with 90%. Let's see what the car says. 348 kilometers. Yeah, I think I should be pretty good with this. It is highway speeds, so and since it's raining a lot, I won't be driving at 120. It's gonna be reasonable, probably 105, 110. And yeah, so yeah, it just finished now, and it should be good to go. All right. With 5%, or do I get more? So I just unplugged it, and this is the first time I see this. Stay below 100 kilometers to reach your destination. Okay, so the car is not joking around. So I might actually make it with 5% if I go over this. So I'll keep monitoring the percentage here and drive accordingly. But yeah, it's the first time I see this. Hey guys, so we made it to Montreal in one piece. We did have to do a small stop, not to charge, but to heat up the the bottle with the milk for the baby. Hold on, let me just turn on the light here. Sorry. So we just stopped at en route for 5-10 minutes to get some warm water. Hot water, sorry. And then I took the opportunity to charge at the IV charging network there. It's 100 kilowatt. I just plugged it in, and I think I was getting around 69 kilowatt. And we stayed only for 5 minutes, so I think I got from 55% to 61%. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But let me show you how many percentage I have. 8%. So yeah, that was a close one. So I think the IV network helped, but also the fact that I just drove at 105 the whole way. And it was raining pretty bad, so and that increased from 5% to 12%, the estimated range when I was gonna come home. And with the IV charge for 5%, I guess that helped too. So yeah, car's pretty accurate, and I would say overall this was a great trip. Once again, sorry for the lighting. I just parked here and it's pretty dark. And yeah, no issues whatsoever with the superchargers. Everything went really well. Very convenient to just, plan your trip, and even while driving, you can just switch the superchargers, and it'll start preheating. It's really not complicated. I've owned an IONIQ 5. It does have preconditioning, but it's not as intuitive as the Tesla. I'm telling you, it's just easy to use. It's just, you don't need you don't need training for it. You don't need any tutorials. It's very intuitive, and it's just user friendly. So kudos to Tesla on that. And I kind of regret I had to do all this, pathway to different electric cars just to land to Tesla. As you guys know, I didn't really like Tesla because of the build quality, but since they started making them in China and the build quality improved a lot, I just pulled the trigger to get this. So no regrets so far. So this was a great road trip, and whoever's thinking about doing Montreal to Toronto with the Model Y rear-wheel drive short range, it's doable, and even with the toddler, a baby. So yeah. Thank you guys. If you have any comments, any suggestions for any other videos, as always, write them in the comment section below. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I'll see you guys next time.